First, I want to say a very big thank you to Tom and the Library Telescope program with the Amateur Observers Society of New York. They're the ones that have been helping us out. He's been instrumental in helping us get the telescope, modifying it for us, helping us out just so that we can have a telescope available for all of you. And when you go to this QR code here, they're going to have all the information about the program, all the other libraries in Nassau County that they work with. So big thanks to them. And like I said, they'll be the ones that will be helping us if we need to clean it or if anything breaks. Hopefully it doesn't. And they'll hopefully help us make this super successful. Hi there, this is going to serve as a bit of a tutorial, sort of a how-to on how to use our brand new telescope. It is a Zoomel 114mm reflector telescope, and it's actually really, really cool, and I can't wait for everyone to get a chance to take a look at it. The very first and most important thing about the telescope, do not ever look directly at the sun through the telescope or the finder, even for a second, as it can result in permanent eye damage, and do not point the telescope directly at the sun or parts could melt, and children should not be using the telescope without adult supervision. We do have a manual that will be included when you borrow the telescope. This part is important to make sure you look at, as it shows you the different pieces and sort of explains what each piece is. For instance, this piece right here is the eyepiece, and you should not for any reason take this off. It's attached. It does not need to be removed. This is it. Don't take it off. Leave it alone. You can take this part off right here because this is what you will use to look through. You're gonna take the cap off of the eyepiece. These are the knobs that move it up and down. And this is the part that zooms it. So this is gonna help you with the focus. When you're finished with the eyepiece, make sure that you replace the cap. If for any reason you find that anything is wrong, let a librarian know. Do not touch or try to fix any parts. Always tell the librarians so that we can have someone take a look at it. Next is the Easy Finder Scope. That's this part right here. This also turns on and off. There's a knob right here, on, off. You should hear that click. Do not touch the bigger button. The only one you need to touch is this small one here. This part, when you have it focused, will have a red beam, and that will help you find what you're looking for. This part is the telescope tube, and then this is the part that you point to the sky. It has this smaller cap here and this bigger cap here. These also come off. I'm not going to show you directly in the camera because I don't want to mess with any of the insides with it, but I will show you. Pops off. This part also pops off. You want to have a smaller view there. These also need to be replaced when not in use. If for any reason these get torn or broken or loose in any way, again, please tell the librarian so that we can let somebody know and they can come and take a look at it. Again, the tube. And it's cool that it has a spinning base. It turns all the way around. Do not touch this. There's no need to touch this right here. Leave it alone, because if you loosen it, everything might fall off, and it's going to be very expensive to replace. If you want any information about the Library Telescope program, you can scan this QR code here. And please heed the warnings of never looking at the sun. This loosens. Preferably don't use it. Never look at the sun. And please do not touch these screws. There's no reason that you need to adjust these at all. Do not touch these. This one can be loosened to move if you need a different angle. It's preferable that you don't, but if you feel the need, just make sure that it's tight when you're finished so that we don't mess with the telescope. There are also magnification charts on the base of it, but that's basically the long and short of it. Super easy, and that's it. Again, and I want to stress this, I know it seems like I'm saying that you're irresponsible. I promise that's not. Do not trust this. Do not attempt to take it off. Do not touch this. Do not attempt to take it off. Do not touch this at all. Don't touch. And this is how you're going to lift it up. You're going to take your arm and you're going to hook it under just like that. Put it down. That's it. Again, you're going to take your arm, you're going to hook it under, kind of like you're holding a football, and lift. It's not super heavy, but it's very fragile. So please, please, please be careful anytime you move it. It seems silly, but when you borrow it, use the seatbelt. You're gonna strap it in like you're gonna strap it in one of your children if you have one. And that's the basics of having to pick it up. Another important thing, even though this moves and all this, keep it on a tabletop. Do not put it on the floor. It should be on some sort of table or hard surface. This part here, this is the only part that moves. This is the part that should be on the table that will keep it steady. As I stated before, I am by no means a professional. This is just the basics of what we were taught as the staff on how to care for and use our brand new telescope. Regarding cleaning lenses or mirrors, don't. If you think anything is dirty, if you feel it needs to be cleaned, if you're worried it's not working properly, please bring it back, tell the librarian, let us know, and we'll get in contact with who we need to get in contact with, and they will come and take care of the maintenance. Same with aligning the mirrors. If you feel that the mirrors inside are off, again, don't touch it. Don't even think about it. Just bring it right back to us and we'll get it sorted and taken care of. If for any reason you feel that there is fog on the mirrors or the eyepieces, if it's too hot or too cold and it gets a little foggy, this you can do. You can just wrap your hands around it to make it a little bit warmer, kind of like defogging a car. That you can do. But if it comes to any of the pieces, like the eyepiece or anything like that, do not touch. Leave it to us. We will take care of it. This is the manual that has all the information that we've gone over, and somewhere it shows you which part is which and it explains everything. But still, if you have any questions, you can always ask one of the librarians. You can ask me. We can pass it along to Tom if need be. And then most importantly, for the last time, the warning. Never look directly in the sun because we don't want anyone to get their eyes hurt. Then we don't want the telescope to melt. Most importantly, not getting hurt. And that's basically it. That's our brand new telescope, and we hope you guys enjoy it.